rumors. We probably need to clear up. Every day is like a challenge. If you're nice like Jimmy Fallon's, try to tip us off the scale, but we believers with balance. Yeah. Jesus take the wheel while I'm on my way to work. Yo. Believers with balance. It's not your ordinary church show.
Hey, what's going on, black people? Or everybody, what's going on? It's been a minute. We are back. Man, listen, it's been like 2 weeks, I do believe. So it feels like it, right? It feels like it's been longer than that. I miss seeing y'all face, even though we talk. I miss seeing y'all face physically.
I know we missed you too.
Man, I miss y'all. Like, for real,
man.
You back.
Yeah, man. So listen. So first of all, I want to say, obviously, it's very clear that Jamar and Sean are not in their normal location. So first of all, I want to know where y'all at. What y'all doing, man?
So we are at 27 North Front Street in Wilmington at a pop-up shop with a whole bunch of entrepreneurs down here. Black-owned businesses being represented very strongly. And so yeah, we down here with our new shirts. We got the autism shirts. We got the Carolina blue on black and white. We got some hats. We got a little bit of everything. But it's really dope.
Nice. You should show off that autism awareness one, guys.
And you know what? I'll sit your ass. So this is our autism awareness.
Ooh, the white with all the colors.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got all the pieces of the autism puzzle, and we got it in black.
Okay. And for everybody who doesn't know,
favorites.
Autism Awareness Month is next month, April. So go ahead and get it early, get a jump start. And I understand there's a little history behind the reason why you guys are so passionate about autism awareness.
Yeah, I used to work for an autism home here in Wilmington, and actually a portion of the proceeds from the shirts we're going to donate to that home so they can continue to do the work that they're doing there, man. I've seen a guy. One of the participants in the program, he went through therapy. He went from being in a jacket because he's audio sensory to through therapy and his occupational therapy. He's almost fully living outside of his jacket. And so I believe in the work that they're doing there, and I want to make sure that we are as supportive as we can be for them.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, make sure y'all come through the Wilmington area. Slide through.
Please do. Buy multiple. Make sure you buy multiple.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, you know what we do. We chop it up. We talk about entertainment news. Talk about what. Talk about all the things going on in the world. So this week there was quite a bit that was going on. But of course, the headline that started off the top of the week, Derrick Jackson. So who? Derrick Jackson. That was my question when I first heard everybody counting. I was like, who is this man? And why? Why are we so invested in his marriage? I don't understand. Like, I literally had no clue who he was. I had to go Google. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, sucks for him or whoever, his wife maybe. But yeah, everybody had 2 cents to say about it. Like, what's y'all's thoughts on?
It was bad enough for him to get caught. But what made it worse was that video they did together. It was so trash.
I just want to be like, girl, just blink twice if you're being held hostage.
As a wife, like, I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. The woman guy had me embarrassed. It was the bonnet. It was the
helmet of righteousness, I tell you.
The helmet of righteousness. It was all the reasons why America was looking at her like, no wonder that man God stepped out.
Yeah. I was just throwing off like Denise said. I didn't know who the dude was. I just seen my whole timeline talking about from Facebook to Instagram to everything. And I was just like, well, that's what happens when you take advice from people you don't know.
Relationship guru. But Jamal was just talking about that, about people who are professionals, self-proclaimed professionals or experts in an area that they have not mastered.
Yeah, I think so. The thing is, and the toughest part about it is this dude has relentlessly drugged men who have done not, I won't say worse because you can't compare, but when you really are doing the very thing that you are bashing, you're a hypocrite.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
even the video where he critiqued his own video, you're also a narcissist.
He needs therapy.
Chad, but look,
Yeah.
here's my thing, and this is why I put a status about it. This is my thoughts. We got counseling from a couple. It was a pastor and his wife a while back, and he said, you know, me and my wife, they've been married for probably 25 something years, and he was like, you know, we're happily married, everything's great. I can't guarantee you we're gonna be together for the rest of our lives. I just keeping it real. He's like, because we've been so many different people during the course of our marriage, who knows what's gonna happen? If this woman loses her mind and tries to kill me tomorrow, am I gonna stay married to her? I don't know. Like, he kept it very real. I was like, at the time we were still new in marriage, I was like, well, dang, like, what kind of pastor gonna tell you that? But then now, like, us being 11 years in, I'm like, that's real though. Like, you know, as much as I want idols to be like, yeah, everything's gonna be perfect and we're gonna stay together for the rest of our life. Well, what happens if he goes through a midlife crisis and decides he wants to go and, you know, do something crazy? Like, am I going to be down for that? Am I going to stick around for that? And I think the other thing we have to keep in mind, too, is I hope, you know, the only difference between Derrick Jackson and the therapist and whoever else that are out here is the therapists ain't got their dirty laundry out here. If y'all go to therapy, y'all better, guess what? Therapists ain't got their life together. Psychologists ain't got their life together. It's just not put on social media to keep. So, yes, he was, you know, wrong for doing what he did, but ain't nobody perfect. Like, y'all have to stop putting these people on pedestals, acting like they God. Like, he is a human. He is a man. He has the same flesh and blood that you got. He got the same temptations that everybody else got. So, it don't make it right. It just makes him human.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it's hypocrisy at its finest, though, when you are so like malicious and so vehement about people not doing the very thing that you get caught doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with his humanity for me, because we're all human. However, if you're gonna be human, then be human in front of all men. Don't present yourself as superior, and then people can't take into account your humanity.
Yeah.
Especially for profit. This is the problem. The man is making money off of something that he's doing that. That would be the equivalent of us saying, we got these relationships over religious t-shirts, we don't love God. But we selling these shirts. We're pushing a message because we actually profit off of what you're doing. But we don't have a real relationship with God. We don't love him for ourselves.
Yeah.
I just stopped at the table. I'm gonna maybe some DJ. We got our son working the table right now.
Make sure he's doing right. Make sure he's doing right.
Make sure he's doing it right.
We all the way live. Right. We all the way live. I did want to talk about. We had made an announcement last week, and tomorrow is the deadline to vote for Internet Station of the Year. Rhythm and Praise.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't done it, the Stellar Awards. So this is what we need you guys to do. Tomorrow's the deadline. So here's the thing. So there's candidate, which we are now, but in order to become a nominee, they're going to narrow down the field. So all the votes that happen up until tomorrow will determine if we're an official nominee. Once we are a nominee, that's when we actually have the opportunity to walk home or come home with the award. So we just need everybody.
We ain't coming home with nothing.
Yeah, because listen, the Stellar's gonna be virtual this year, so they just let us know that. So we gonna be dressed real nice in our own home. So like this. So let them know what they can do.
Okay, so real quick, the breakdown on how to vote for those people that are not technologically savvy. What you'll do is you can go to either thestellarawards.com or rhythmandpraisela.com. And if you go straight to the Stellar Awards website, there's a box that says radio ballot. You click on that. You're going to scroll down. There's a couple different categories. You're voting for Internet Station of the Year. And the one you want to pick is rhythmandpraisela.com. So there's a bunch of candidates or considerations right now. So that's the one you want to pick, and then you submit your vote when you're done. So it's super easy. You can vote from multiple devices in your house. You can only vote one time per device.
Yeah.
So it literally takes like all of 2 minutes. Even people that aren't great with computers will be able to do it. So, you know, just give us a little vote, give us a little holler, so that way we can officially become nominees to try to win it.
And if you do vote, if you feel comfortable enough, screenshot it, and you can message or inbox one of us, and because we just want to see the support. So that's that. So now it's time for deleted post. So, and I know this is gonna be a good one.
So
anytime you breathe deep like that.
Right. You might have taken the mask off for this one, Jamar. I feel like you got mouthpiece.
I want y'all church people to be more concerned about us putting somebody else in comparison with what Lil Nas X is doing. Ask your auntie, ask your cousin if you have to think. I think that we're focusing on the wrong thing as believers. Yeah, Nas X did what he did. Yes, he is. He's satanic and all that he does. But at this point, are we actually saying or pushing somebody else in the kingdom to be the example for our people? I think we got to deal with the plank in our own eye before we deal with respecting someone else's. That's why maybe we don't want to hear that, but at the end of the day, we got to sweep around our own front door before we worry about what everybody else is doing. I think it's crazy.
Yeah,
I do too. I agree with you.
Absolute crazy.
I agree with you. And somebody said on Facebook, Lil Nas X don't care what none of us think. Them coins rolling in it, and we are all helping. So if you give the energy to it, you're gonna make it grow. So that's why I'm not reposting anything about it, because I'm gonna let God handle it, because I'm not about to promote it. So
we put all that unnecessary energy into something. Like at the end of the day, we'll be very honest and kind of frank. We're a faith-based for-profit organization. Share relationship over religion before we start talking about Nas X. Share Grateful Apparel. Share this is another one. My boy Fresh down in Atlanta. Bert BCA. Like, share that stuff. Like, let's make God more famous than Lil Nas X. Like, what do I know?
Hey man, I fully agree. I think you have to understand, we as people have to understand our buying power. We have to understand when we're giving energy and making things trend on social media, that's putting money in somebody else's pocket. So, I haven't watched the video. I haven't said anything about it because I was just like, okay, you worship Satan. Okay, well, that ain't for me. So next, like, that's not what I'm about. So therefore, I'm gonna move on. Like, it just is what it is. I do personally feel like he's just doing things for attention. It's like he's getting lost in the industry. The industry got him. And it's like, dude, if it wasn't him coming out, now it's I worship Satan. It's like, ooh, I'm just going to pray for him, really. Like, for real. So I'm like, oh, Lord. Like, the industry is taking you over. I need you to take a Lauryn Hill moment and just step back and get your life together. But
I think as Christians, when we have a platform or a stage, we are the ones that actually give these things power. We give them dominion by giving them airplay. So I agree with you, Janice. Like, I don't have time to be talking about that. I'm trying to talk about how relationship over religion can get like he did. Like, what is he going to do for the kingdom in the next 5 to 10 years through one of these other Christian organizations? Like, how we going to move the needle? Because we don't move the needle by giving that airplay. Like, we really don't. We don't do the kingdom any justice by spending all of our time talking about things like that when we really could be planning. And like our church did this week, we gave over. First of all, our church.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
give $1,000 in gas to people in our community. Nice. And in 17 minutes, we raised an additional $2,000.
Yeah.
Right.
And we were able to bless over almost 350 families with free gas.
Hey, now.
Like, that is what deserves airplay. The fact that Jamar went live, and it was a couple other people that went live, and people saw us get it, and they wanted to give. I've never seen in 17 minutes. Like, literally, I was going in buying hundreds of dollars of gas cards every minute.
We almost bought all the gas cards the gas station had.
Like the gas station almost ain't had no gas cars left. That's what we should be giving airplay to. How many more people? What if we had $10,000 to give away? Like I want to bless people in such a tremendous way and show them the love of God in such a way that they ain't thinking about no Lil Nas X or whatever the little big name is. You know.
Absolutely.
That part.
Hey, because at the end of the day, we all need gas. Like, hey, everybody
and them prices is going up.
Right. The way gas prices looking right now, everybody need gas.
I need some gas.
Look, listen, and learn. All right. So the last thing we're talking about is motivational moment, which you guys talked about on the show.
Yes.
So the motivational moment came from. Let me take the mask off so y'all can hear. The scripture for the motivational moment was Proverbs 18:16. That your gifts will make room for you. And
come on.
More than anything, and we talked about this on the motivational moment, that our gifts do make room for us, but it's our character that keeps us in the room. Like, for example, we're 4 years in to having this brand. The gift made room,
yeah.
We are 4 years in having this brand. Our gifts made room for us, but our intent to be of integrity and of strong character is what has allowed us to keep functioning and growing and building. Like last year, we only had one relationship over religion, autism shirt. Now we've got 2. So much so for other entrepreneurs, anywhere, any walk of life. Understand that your gift will make room for you. But it's how you handle yourself when you walk in the room that's going to determine how long you stay in the room or if you have a seat at the table. The word also promises the table will be prepared for you in the presence of your enemies, but you might not make it to the table because you operate in low character.
Come on. I was gonna say it's a foolish person, and it was a wise man that preached this one time, my husband, that if the Lord is preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemy, why wouldn't you eat? You'd be a fool not to eat, like take part in what He's done for you. And so,
absolutely,
building character, building integrity is what's going to maintain your space in the room, because gifts will make room for you, but your attitude you put out, I mean all the way out, and then do not come back, because what the Bible even says, that a good name is to be treasured. Once your name is trash, it's hard to come back from that. Like, I don't know anybody who successfully or quickly come back from even human error, because people do hold people at such a high regard and such a high standard. And then, when they make a mistake, you can't see the humanity in it. You can't see that, they're just a man like me or a woman like me. So I think it's important that when we enter the room, the way we maintain ourselves in that room is what's going to not only make room for us, but generations behind us. This is not about us. This is about legacy. When your kids come in the room and they say they got the same last name as you, how do people perceive them because of what you did?
Yeah. I was going to say, me and you were talking about this earlier this week. You can be a good person, but your energy can be trash.
Right.
You can be talented, but if your energy is trash, I can't even be around you. Like, no. At all.
Yeah. I know a lot of gifted people that don't even get invited to the room sometimes because of their character.
Yep. Yeah. Can be the person for the job, but people they done ruined their relationship with people so much with their attitude or their energy that they're not even invited anymore. Yeah. Or they done put a stigma on themselves. So we were talking about that earlier this week, and that's important to need energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think about, because I'm a dancer, I think about within the dance industry, a lot of times people just assume that if you're a talented dancer, that's enough for you to book a job or be on stage or tour with somebody. But I realized that, even Beyonce specifically, she looks at the person as a whole. And if you have a great energy, then she's more willing to put you on the stage with her, not just because you could be the most talented dancer in the world, but if your energy or how you present yourself, your character is trash, it's like it's not going to keep you there. They're not going to call you back and have you keep coming back and doing more things. So I think that's important as we're all venturing into. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to have their own business and stuff. For you guys, the last 4 years says something because your character is upholding, you know, the like what you're doing and what you're presenting. People are still buying into it because if it was trash, it would have been done a long time ago. It would have been all right. Well, let's fold it up. So I think that's important. As Black people, as we're promoting entrepreneurship, you have to operate in excellence. You have to have the character to keep this.
I was gonna say we're not gonna hold everybody too much longer, but everybody knows Easter this coming Sunday. Today is first Palm, right?
Palm Sunday.
So with that being said, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. We got to promote my own Easter.
Yes.
My Own Easter comes on Tuesday on BET.
No,
Excuse me. Oh God, they're gonna get Tuesday on OWN, and they have a whole bunch of performances. BB Winans and his niece, Deborah Joy Winans, is hosting. This week on the show, we got my girl Corinne Hawthorne. She's gonna be joining us. If you know Corinne, we had a ball with Corinne, man. Love Corinne. Thank you for coming by. We're gonna talk to her. So it's gonna be a dope show. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. So make sure you guys tune in. Of course, the Jenkins and stuff will be back.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we're gonna let y'all go back and sell some shirts and sell some merchandise. But before we go, let the people know one more again where y'all at.
We are at 27 North Front Street in Wilmington, North Carolina, at a pop-up shop with some amazing entrepreneurs down here. We got plenty of shirts. We got awesome shirts. We got Carolina Blue logos. We got hats. We even got a couple of hoodies left over from hoodie season. People down here are interested, man. They wear hoodies in summer.
Because they wear hoodies with shorts.
Yes.
Right.
I was gonna say, anyone who doesn't know where 27 North Front Street is, we're right over the top of Bourbon Street, the restaurant, the Bourbon Street, right here on North Front Street.
Yeah. There's a chalkboard outside, and it says "Come in the door." We're upstairs.
And how long are you guys there till?
We're here till 7 o'clock.
All right.
7 o'clock, man. Make sure y'all get to the address that they just given right below Bourbon Street.
Above.
Above.
Oh, okay, y'all. Okay, y'all up a level. Praise God. So climb them steps and get there, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna let y'all go so y'all can get back to y'all selling and whatnot. We will talk to y'all. We will see y'all next week. I'm sure we'll talk to y'all throughout the week. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Love you.
All right.
Peace.